Hi, did you know that the love you seek is inside of you? Hmm, let's unlock it now. Hi, everyone. I am Phyllis Y. Whitley, and I am excited today. I am getting everything ready for you, and I know that this is already recorded, but you know what happens. We are going to go into something really, really good. You know the drill. Go get your tea. Go get your. Hopefully, you're not drinking soda. You're drinking maybe poppy. What is the name of that? I think it's the something that they drink that don't have the soda. Oops. Okay, I just unplugged something. So I got my water. Mm-hmm. And the first thing I want to say to you, I want to give shout outs. One of my team members, or even Met went to Africa and Djibouti and gave, look what she brought me. I should have it on right now, right? I should wear it. And look at that. It's too hot in here. But let me see. Maybe I can just wear it like this. I'll wear it like this so she can just know that how thankful I am. Yes, in the last few episodes, I had on a shirt, the t-shirt that she gave me, and I forgot to go ahead and announce it. That's what's happening. That's what happens when you're having fun or trying to teach. Anyway, I know you're excited to know it's the law of self-love. Yes, I said it. I know some of y'all are saying, you know what? I'm turning this off. I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to know. Please don't blame me. Don't make me suffer because of what happened to you yesterday. Oh my God. Yes, yesterday. I said unlock your true potential because a lot of you ladies and even some men, you don't even know who you are. You do not know who you are. How do I know? Because most of you come to my consultation or counseling or even just as friends. I just want someone to love me, and y'all have heard me repeat it. You want someone to love you. Hmm. But do he love you because maybe you don't know how to love yourself? I just unplugged something right there. I'm going to go to something. I had someone talk to me, and this is an old client, and she literally had problems with with her so-called boyfriend, and he really didn't want to have a relationship with her anymore. So he ran out the house, as she said, and got in his car. He was with his sister, and she held onto the car and said, "Don't leave me." To the point where, as he was driving, the sister screamed and said, "Stop!" She They looked back in I guess the rear view mirror, and realized she was laying on the floor. Her legs were scraped. She was kind of like she had to go to the hospital. And I did say to her, I said, this was a while back. I said to her, what possessed you to go ahead and chase a man down to the point you could have gotten killed? I said, did this man put you in a house? Did this man pay all your bills? Did this man give you gold? You get the picture. I know y'all say that's hot, harsh, Miss P, but I'm raw. And those who know me, I'm not gonna sit back and sugarcoat anything in life because I'm looking for those my clients usually have been in they come from the hood or the streets or whatever. And they may be in corporate, but they can swish it back. You know what I'm saying? So some people you have to go in real raw because they don't sit back there and look at you like you're crazy. And I had to tell her that. And she said, no, he didn't give me any of those things. But you know why I said that? Not for her to be shamed, but for her to sit back and say, wow, why did I do it? You know why? No love for herself. No love for herself. The next time I go to those dating sites, I know y'all saying she ain't talking about me. I guarantee you, I had 10 of y'all pull up your sites right now, any dating sites or any social media, you're going to be saying, oh, let's stick with dating site. I'm pretty sure it's sitting up there saying, I'm looking for love. I ain't got nothing to do with it, but you got to check yourself. That's what this is all about. Let's go straight into it, okay? Welcome to Self Whisper Unplug. As you heard, listen, I unplug things. I unplug things not just to be I'm not trying to be cute. I'm not trying to be funny. I like to laugh. Okay. So some of the things I say to you might be sarcastic. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to give it to you raw because life can come to you raw. And sometimes you say it's just not fair. So I'm here to go within yourself and help you self master yourself. So things like this and relationships, you will not settle, but not only that, you won't walk around and let somebody drag you. And I'm talking about physically and spiritually. So now that I got that out the way, because the purpose of it is, you getting back your power. So when you master your self love, you master life. That's one of the keys, because if you hate yourself, you're not even going to do that job very well, because unless you put on a mask, you're not going to do that well. And last time in my episode, I was talking about self sabotage, and people will do that. You can't get through life like that for a long time. Some people do, but eventually it's going to catch up with you. You hear things about the neighbor who committed suicide, and you say, well, I mean, that neighbor was just like, went to work, came home, went to work. It was a battle going on inside them. So that's where I come in as the person who help you master yourself, self mastery. One one key point, and I know you're going to love this. I'm telling you, stay tuned. I don't know if you ever knew this, but listen, self love shapes your reality quickly. How you love yourself is how others is going to love you. Just that simple. Just that simple. Okay? What do you mean, Miss P? It's just that simple. If you find that every time you turn around, somebody is just dragging you and using you, you need to ask yourself, how do you treat yourself? I have, listen, I have had my clients say, I treat myself so good. I love myself. I said, really? So how come you let somebody else drag you? Because when you love yourself, you're not going to let anybody come in your life and treat you like a dog. Think about it. I heal broken whispers. That's a part of my business. But what am I really saying? You have these pieces from your childhood up that has been broken. The words that people said to you, the looks that people looked at you like you would never be nobody. You told somebody you wanted to be an engineer, and they look at you and said, do you see your skin color? Do you realize you're a female and you want to be what? Somebody close to you. Your teacher might have looked at you. I've been there, and said, "No, you in the wrong lane, baby." They may get in trouble doing that today, but back in my days, oh, you'd be surprised. And this could be somebody that looks just like you, who would say to you, "I had people in my life." I remember I was going to take the real estate test, which I did and I passed, and that was years ago. And I remember getting on the phone to somebody that's supposed to be close. And that person said, it was a family member, and they got on the phone. We spoke maybe 2 hours. You know how you just carry the conversation of that person telling me why I shouldn't go into real estate because it's too hard. I'm just listening and listening. We're going back and forth, back and forth. Well, years later, I knew that when it was time for me to go into real estate, I didn't tell the person I went and got my license. And then when I did meet up with the person, I told this family member that's what happened. They said, "Oh, I know I can do it." I mean, when I walked through the door, when I bought my home, I walked through the door and everybody was talking about, you should get into real estate. You know this, I'm standing up here. Really? That's why you have to be very careful. When I hear people say, because I got mentors, I have coaches, and they come in the room and say, everybody say I should be a counselor. This one, that one, they telling me to do it. Everyone said I should have a podcast. And then you say, how long they been telling you that? 10 years. Well, why you don't have your podcast? Why you don't have the book? You supposed to wrote the book how many years ago? Last episode I did something no one to blame but you. You can't blame anybody. What do that have to do with love? You have to be careful and know the difference when you go around people who try to who really just don't give a what about you. I'm telling you right now. And where's that person at? I unplugged them from my life. Because I didn't need that. I know how I'm supposed to be treated. They always say, listen, be around people that celebrate you. No, they don't supposed to give you, you don't want anybody kissing you behind and not telling you the truth. Don't get it twisted. You just want people that's going to be in your life that when you are down, everybody is there. I'm witness to that. But when you come up, you'll be surprised who's going to be sitting in the back, rolling their eyes. Because everybody don't want to see you making it. Misery, what they say, love company. The next one is unplug from external validation. You have to be very, very careful because you seek most of y'all seek approval from the outside world. I have done it. I still do it. I mean, when it was time for me to go ahead and do podcasting, and the millennials and all of that had it all wrapped down, and I said, I'm not getting up in no camera and everybody can see me and all my me what you got to be kidding. And to this day, you hear people saying, I just can't go. I just can't go be seen. I haven't mastered going on specific social medias and doing live, but I am going to do it. I think I did it a couple times. I went on for 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and do it because I'm like, they ain't got nothing to do. I'm going to knock down them doors. Do you know what they pay for people on YouTube and people that on social media? These people don't get hundreds, thousands. There's a lot of millionaires that was rocking YouTube for years, rocking Facebook for years, and they are getting paid because they was bold enough to say, I don't care about what you think. I got a mission and I'm going to go out there and get out there, let people know I can cook, let people know I can sew, let people know I can paint. I'm going to help the people out there. But you can't do it no more by knocking at the door or saying, come and meet me over here and have you can have a conference. But it's times when you have to go forth and you have to just step out because it's called not seeking other people's approval. Now, remember when I told you about the relative? I had to go out there and get it done. What happened to that person? I said, well, if they saying that to you, maybe you should go get your license. Never did get the license. Hello, 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 hello. The last one, number 4, wait a minute. Master your inner dialogue. That's what you say to yourself. Do you get up in the morning and say, oh, this is going to be a bad day? Oh, I just don't want to face so-and-so. Maybe your ex is at the job. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Yes, you can. Like, remember I told you about if y'all remember the girl in sales and she eventually lost her job and the customer service was going through a turning point of they prefer people that knew how to sell because that's where they made their money. Well, needless to say, she went. But what was she saying to herself? Eventually, you will know what people are saying to yourself because it's going to be manifested on the outside. I have nothing against tattoos because I have them. I'm not going to be showing you here, but I have my little tattoos. What I'm trying to say is tattoos is nice, but when you see people have it to their head, to their toe, I would like those people to ask themselves, they're not doing anything wrong in their eyes, and it's not my business. But trust me, is it that you have something to say and it's not being said, so you writing it on your body? And that has nothing to do with tattoos when you have it in memory of somebody. I'm talking about just everywhere. It's an expression. I just gave you something so big, and at the end, and you know what I always go, you got to live in your promised land. You got to live in your promised land. This is your promised land. Your promised land is you are smelling the roses, you smelling the daisy, you just looking at the water, whatever you is your vibe, and you enjoying it. You are living a peaceful life. Your promised land don't have to be filled with gold and diamonds and blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't be going from making it from paycheck to paycheck. I know how that is. I've been to bankruptcy. You should not have to go through that. I feel you. Your promised land that God gave you is not only a change of your mind, but it's also when you hear me speak it, it's because I want you to understand that your happiness starts within. You have to wake up in the morning. And you might have, if you have your other half, your spouse, you still got to wake up in the morning. And you have to say, hey, this is going to be an excellent day. This is going to be an excellent day. Everything is clicking in order. Prosperity is all around me. I am so happy. I am fascinated with knowledge. Every day, every way, I love reading. I love seeking knowledge. Do you see what I just did? That was a quick affirmation of speaking to yourself because in your promised land not going to look like my promised land. Your promised land may be you like a house that have white walls, white furniture, and mine is going to have my colors that I like. So that's just for the people that don't know how to be creative. They go and just copy. People that run around and copy, if they look up and they say, oh my goodness, green nails, I'm going to go get green nails. You know, you can learn, you can get knowledge from people. But when you a copycat, you know what copycats are? They don't know who they are. I used to complain about it, but now I feel sorry for them. They don't know who they are. They don't know their identity, and they feel that you are a better person. And what happens is they rather put on a mask that looks like you because they don't know who the blank they are. And that's what I say, promised land. I am so glad that we have questions. We're going to get into that. I gave you a whopper. The questions are that we have from the team. This one is good. How do I love myself when I feel unworthy? That is deep. One thing you need to one thing you need to know and not worry about is your worth is not earned. You don't have to work yourself. You don't have to kiss behind. It's already there. God already gave it to you. Well, how do I know that? You won't know until you get into the manuscript of God. When you know what God says about you and how he feels about you, you are not better than your neighbor. We all are a child of God. Regardless of whether you believe in God or whatever, guess what? Atheists always said they believe in themselves, not understanding that because when you believe in a creator, you automatically believe in the maker, the one who created you. Okay, that's a whole nother uh, episode or podcast. So it's already there. So you have to understand you don't need to look for it. Okay, it's already yours. The next question someone asks, how does self-love change relationships? Oh my God. Your self-love is going to show somebody how you want to be treated. I can't say no more than that. How do you want to be treated? Some of you would explain to the person, but how you treat yourself. Listen, a man is visual. He's going to watch everything that you do. He's going to come to your house. I mean, what good is it telling a man, I want this and I want that? Um, I, you know, I want to be taken out to dinner. Okay, if you were the type to say, I want to go be taken out because I don't cook, that's fine. But the man shouldn't come to your house and it's raggedy. It's filthy. You understand? He right then and there know he gonna give you a name. Vice versa. The man, if you went out there and bought a Jaguar, I think I said this before. I just keep going back because somebody must be going through something with a car. Men, you can't you can't get out there and say every woman want me for my money. What are you showing all the time? I'm not saying you shouldn't get a Jaguar, but you know that you shouldn't get a Bentley, but you know that the Bentley is more than your rent. I unplugged something. Let's go see. You notice I have a scripture up here. Let's see what God says. Mark 12:31. Love your neighbor as thyself. Can I give you an unplug? Can I seriously give you an unplug? Guess what? You can't learn your neighbor is your coworker, your family, everybody. You cannot possibly, even your other person, you can't love them correct. You know why? If you don't love yourself. This is why some people are so mean, so hateful. They're really saying, they are showing, they're revealing, I don't love myself. I'm telling you, that uncle that's so mean can't stand their own self. Okay? Even at the job, your boss hates himself. Now that you know that, you can say, oh my goodness, you don't have to react to their mess. In conclusion, I just wanted you to embrace love, step into your divine potential because that's your promised land and you're going to walk boldly in it. Okay? I didn't mean to take up all your time. I just wanted to give you some serious, serious soul food today. But I want you to remember something. I want you not only to go back and look at some of those episodes to build your self-esteem through self-mastery. Okay? Promise me that. And until then, until next time, I want you to unplug, okay? Transform and manifest your promised land daily. And remember, is love itself is right. You don't want to be wrong.